West Side, worldwide. Today, I'm going to do a story on a guy that I met in Victorville. He from 2Ps, Pacoima Piru. He go by the name of Brainz. Yeah, buddy. I met Brainz on the basketball court. He was acting crazy, just like a lot of the little youngsters be doing when they first get up there. And he was on the court, and he was playing against some other team, and I see him going back and forth, throwing up every time he make a three, throw up the B, and we had our referees and everything like that, and I think they got into it a little bit over a call, so I stepped out there. I said, "Man, what's going on?" And they was like, "Man, ain't nothing going on, man. It's just that y'all referees is not calling the plays right." And little dude was like, "Yeah, man, my name Brainz, boom, boom, boom." I'm like, "Is that right?" So the game was over and everything, and I went back to the unit, and one guy tell me, he said, "Hey, man, you know that little young dude with the big tattoo on his back, and he a little blood out of 2Ps out of Pacoima?" I say, "Yeah, man. My ex got a baby daddy from out there. You know what I'm saying?" And he was like, "Man, little dude, I think you know his dad." I'm like, "What's his dad name?" He said his dad name is Dion. I say, "Yeah, I know Dion, man. Dion live around the corner from the big homie Snake over there by Juicy now on 76, and they got a big family over there on the east side and everything." And he was like, "Yeah, man, that's Whack 100 homeboy." I said, "You talking about Whack 100?" I didn't really know about Whack 100 back then. He's like, "Yeah, Whack 100 that be on the YouTube. I think he a part of Cash Money Records. He run West Coast Cash Money, and he was Game's manager, and he's Ray J's managers too." And I'm like, we think he was Game bodyguard or one of Ray J's managers. I was like, "Oh, okay." I say, "Man, tomorrow, when I see him, we'll talk and everything." So I seen him the next day, and I was like, "Hey, man, your dad ain't Dion?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, my dad from 76." I said, "I'm Big Fish from 76." He was like, "Oh," he said, "Oh, man, you got to be driving." I'm like, "Nah, man, I know your dad. Man, me and your dad used to play basketball against each other up at Roosevelt Park." And I say, "Man, I seen your game, man. Your game ain't it ain't like your dad. Your dad stole the ball from me one time at Roosevelt, man. I mean, in a game, man. And your dad had some quick hands." And he was like, "Oh, man, I could beat my dad." I'm like, "Man, I don't know, man. Dion was the truth, man." And we got to know each other. We got to talking and everything. And I say, "Man, what's going on with your dad?" And he was like, "Man, my dad's still locked up. I think he did like about 20, 25 years." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I haven't seen your dad in a long time, and I know your granny lived over there right close, a couple doors down from Snake." So we got to talking and everything, and about a week or two later, we end up in the visiting room. I think his baby mama came down there. His mom, his grandmoms, and his moms came. He had a little daughter. And my people came and seen me, and we was in the visitor room, and he was telling his mom, he was like, "Yeah, mom, that's my dad's homeboy right there. He the commissioner of sports." And me and him was kind of like arguing a little bit at each other on the court, little thing. But he's like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Yeah, no, that's like my family, and stuff like that." So I was introduced. His daughter, his daughter was around the same age as my grandson. They was talking and everything, and man, a lot of times, man, you meet these lot of these guys, man. I introduce them to their dads, or I know their dads, because I know a couple guys from San Diego I introduced to their dads, and in LA, man. And just to make a long story short, man, so we got to talking, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm finna get out, man. I ain't got that much time. They got me on some bogus gun charge or some kind of game, some kind of charge he was on." But he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm finna get out, man. I'm finna get back out there, man, and do my thing, man, and I'll be out real soon." But I was like, "Hey, man, I see you kind of like involved with. I said, where you be at? Where you be at? He said, I be out there in L.A. My grandmother, he says grandmother had moved over there in Swanhood and stuff like that. We was talking. He's like, yeah. I said, man. He said she live over there on 79th to 80th in Avalon. I was like, San Pedro. I'm like, is that right? I said, yeah, man. I remember your mom. He said, yeah, she moved from on 76. I'm like, is that right? So I say, when is your dad supposed to get out? He say, I say, give me his number so I can call him, or he give him, let him know that we up here together and everything. So about 3 4 weeks later, me and him took some pictures, and I got some pictures that I'm gonna show, and I actually after we got to talking, we was like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, man, you kind of cool with Whack 100. I said I didn't know him at first. I said, but he's real big on the YouTube and stuff. Like he said, yeah, man, that's my homie, and he got something to do with Ray J. He had something to do with Game, and we were just chopping it up about because I was I think I still had the life sentence back then, and I was trying to get a life sentence, but he was like, man, how long you been out? I said, I've been down like 30 something years. He was like, oh man. I said, yeah, man. One day, man, you have to get on that basketball court, man. I see you out there, doing your thing. And he said, yeah, yeah, big fish, man. So about a couple weeks later, we had to take some pictures and stuff. And then I think Brainz went home, man, and I heard he had got caught up again. I heard he got some time, but his dad ended up getting out, and I talked to a couple guys, and I said, hey man, Dion out, because I know his crime partner Earl Mac, Earl Line. So I said, hey man, what's going on with the homie and everything? He said, yeah man, he finna get out and everything. Then he ended up getting out, and then I end up talking to him on the phone, and he was like, yeah man. He said, "Yeah, man. I talked to my son. He said, y'all was in the same penitentiary together, and y'all was on the basketball court, and y'all real cool and everything." I said, "Yeah, man. Your son can't play. I told your son, man, he can't mess with you, man. That basketball day like that." He was like, his son think he could beat him. I was like, "Yeah, man. Your son. He's a real good guy. He's a real good kid, man. He was real rowdy at first. He was banged out. But when I started talking to him, he found out, who I was. I was fam. We got real cool, man, and he got a nice daughter and his mom, and your mom was up there in the visiting room, and we end up, him and my granddaughter, my grandson, and your daughter is a granddaughter around the same age. And yeah, man, we just got to talking and hanging on the compound, and talking about what we was gonna do when we get out and everything. But I heard that yeah, man, I heard you had got out, man, and I knew your other crime partner, Cato, and I heard Cato back in jail. But this guy, man, your son, he's a real good dude, man. He was on some cool time, he was still, he was banging and representing everything. But a lot of times, man, a lot of the younger guys, they really don't know that they dads is a big influence, especially over there on the east side. You go to jail on the east side, your family kind of know each other, and I was just glad I had the opportunity to talk to him, and you know what I'm saying, and I find more out about him and everything. But I kind of like was kind of messed up when I heard he had got out of jail, man, and he was on a high speed chase and everything like that. But I really didn't know the full extent of what happened. But I did meet his mom, his daughter, and his baby mother. And I'm glad you out too, man. I'm glad y'all got the ear hustle thing with Earl, and I'm glad that you out now. Now we all out, man. Now we all granddaddies, man, and we really got to show our grandkids that this race ain't to the swift, to the one who endures it, to the ones that because we granddads now, and because I got 9 grandkids, and I hope your son get out, man. I hope he be able to learn a lesson in there, and be able to get out and be able to take care of his kids, and be there with him, because it's a trip how a lot of times we in jail and our kids out there, and they out there into their life, then we get out and then they go back in, so we never really had a chance to actually be around our kids. But yeah, man, this is on my boy Brainz, two P's, Pacoima Piru Blood. out of 2 P's.